My name is Shreemayi. I go to Laurel Heights and I'm 16 years old. Yeah. As much as we learned so much about the process and what we're gonna be judging pitches on, like it was also such a bonding moment for like the whole team, you know, that evaluates the pitches. So I feel like that's specifically something that stood out to me, you know, that we focus so much on like collaboration and just really developing the connection to be hearing each other when it does matter and when our ideas do matter, and we're like kind of preparing this safe space for all of us to like speak up and say what we really think about ideas. Yeah. Right now we're talking about a possible pitch that we could fund, and everyone is speaking up. You know, no one is left out. No one feels like they're kind of on the wrong page as everyone else. We've come to a point where we have like the communication skills to like be like, okay, I actually don't understand what you guys are saying. Can you emphasize more, you know? So it's like places like that where I feel like good communication really helps in making the right decisions. So I feel like that's what the training sessions have done for us, you know? When we are in a room like that, we're able to have the right kind of discussions needed to come to a consensus, right? So to be the one who's judging the pitches was kind of crazy because I know exactly how they feel, right? And I feel as though the real shout out like probably goes to the people who are up there pitching, right? Because I feel like it takes a lot of confidence and courage to just be there and like share your idea with so many people. So Bookopedia was like a pitch that I loved, and I specifically bring that one up because a lot of pitches that I saw were like really good and high quality pitches, but for an event like the Youth Impact Project, I felt like Bookopedia resonated the most because these kids just sounded like they were speaking from experience, and you could kind of tell the passion in their testimony, right? So the idea is basically a book club that tries to address anti-racism, and really young kids are like running this idea, right? It's not like the typical high schooler either. So to see these kids like be up there, not read from a script, and like almost speak like they're speaking from their hearts, like that kind of really resonated with me, and there's no way we couldn't pick them as the top 3, right? At one point, like I feel like this was more of an investment into the people itself who were behind this. And yeah, I think that really matters too. Historically, like 10 years ago, you couldn't have imagined so many ideas that were youth-led and so many young people feeling so inspired by problems in their community and just wanting to bridge gaps that they see around them, right? So I feel like the way youth could approach things now is so much different in the sense that like I feel like they bring this different perspective to problems that is just so young and innovative and fresh, and that's something to really recognize and value, right? Because when we have adult-led solutions, although they have this like layer of like experience and doing what has worked in the past, youth have a key role in making history, altering the course of history, right? So making new ways to approach things that have been approached in the classic ways that they've always been approached, right? So today's youth has like an unlimited capacity to accelerate community initiatives, and yeah, that's something to value and recognize. And I feel like the fact that the Youth Impact Project is completely youth-led, there's nothing more powerful than that, right? It's kind of crazy to think that we're handing out $70,000 to youth-led ideas in the community. It's a pilot project that's been done for the first time, and that I feel like in itself is so meaningful that something like that is taking place here in Waterloo, right? It's important to make philanthropic investments in the community because that's how you ensure that we're making equitable decisions. If you're making an investment into youth, you're in many ways bridging gaps that you don't even see yet.